Buongiorno, rock stars! Today we're on an unforgettable trip to the breathtaking island of Capri, Italy. We'll start with a scenic ferry ride, indulge in mouth-watering seafood with a seaside lunch, and embark on a private boat adventure around the island. The highlights? A tight squeeze into the magical Blue Grotto. It's as amazing as it sounds. The adventure? How's about wrangling jellyfish in the Green Grotto? But you're gonna have to stick around to the end for the drama of it all. Let's dive into this once-in-a-lifetime experience together. We ventured to Capri, Italy from Minori on the Amalfi Coast. Currently, the ferry ride is a $60 round trip. I remember taking a really early ferry, but we chose the earliest time so that we could get as much out of Capri as possible. I recall drinking a shot of espresso and hopping onto that ferry, and man, the espresso was so rich and strong. It was so delicious and gave me the liquid life I needed for the adventure ahead of me.
For people speaking English, how many people are in love? Apparent. People in love, apparent.
On the way there, our ferry ride was a bit crowded, but we landed the last ferry on our way back from Capri, and that boat was super spacious. I guess most people were a bit scared of getting left on the island and ventured back to the mainland early. Like I said, we are on a mission to make every second last in Capri. I need to go back there one day. Josh and I were mesmerized by so many aspects of Italy and Italian culture. The fashion, the food, the way people interacted with each other. I'm sorry, but America cannot compare with the beauties of Amalfi Coast, the Italian islands like Capri, fishing villages like Cinque Terre, and don't even get me started on the 1,000-year-old cities that we ventured to like Florence and Venice. Subscribe to get notified the next time I post my Italian adventures. On that note, since you've got some work to do, let me stop yapping so you can take in the beauty of it all. The ferry dropped us off at Porto Turistico di Capri. And I don't know too much Italian, but sounds to me like that's the tourist port. We ended up grabbing some lunch by the seaside at this port before our next adventure. People say food tastes fresher and more flavorful in Europe. I absolutely agree. If you're a foodie, that's the reason to venture to Europe one day. People in this area have been refining dishes since the 8th century BC. Culture and recipes, fashion, and architecture have been passed down for centuries. I am so thankful to be experiencing such a distinguished and immersive culture. There is truly nothing like this back in the States. After lunch, we took off on a private boat tour. I mentioned a highlight on today's episode of LA's Adventure was the Blue Grotto. What is a Blue Grotto, though?
Cioè with the tape for you keeping alive, okay? Normally it's one hour and a half here,
It's a sea cave that extends 160 feet into the cliff and almost 500 feet deep. I wonder what type of sea creatures live down there. Swimming in the Blue Grotto is forbidden, probably to keep you safe from the sirens that inhabit that cave. Man, just getting in and out of the Blue Grotto is an adventure on its own. To enter the grotto, visitors must lay flat on the bottom of a small 4-person rowboat. The oarsman then uses the metal chain attached to the cave walls to guide the boat into the grotto. Every part of this experience into the Blue Grotto was magical. I've captured some live audio from inside the cave. Like I mentioned before, these boats we're in are 4-person rowboats. Now we had a party of 6, so we fit 7 total people on a 4-person rowboat. It was a tight squeeze, but luckily our oarsman was able to get us in and out of that Blue Grotto safely. After experiencing the Blue Grotto, we resumed our boat tour around the island of Capri. Josh is thriving in this adventure. He's ready to take over and MC, y'all.
Here we are, swimming in Capri. Beautiful ocean. You want to swim back? Alright.
Sneaking a few pictures from our trip around here. And we're off to the next adventure, the Green Grotto. I feel so thankful for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to venture out to Capri. The waters were incredible and gorgeous. I've never swam in such beautiful water before. I'm also super thankful that I captured it all on video because it has been a blast going through all of this footage and editing it for you for this video. Hey, here's a tip. If you ever go to Capri, maybe refrain from the free swimming in the Green Grotto. When I googled the Green Grotto, after my experience, I came across reviews galore warning about the jellyfish. All of us got stung by jellyfish on this swim.
It's Cooper.
Brace yourself, one's about to attack me right now. Yep, that's me screaming after getting stung. Even though the water was crystal clear, we really couldn't see them at all, so it was really disorienting and kind of scary whenever we would get stung by a jellyfish. Luckily, each of us only got stung once. Did I mention I'm great at lip reading? Hey. Oh, kiss me, girl. At least I think that's what he meant. Stole the camera from Josh to get a good selfie, but I'm more concerned about getting stung again by a jellyfish. Look at me looking around, checking for him. So yeah, the drama of the Green Grotto were the Mediterranean jellies. These no-spined aliens were no joke. Tell me in the comments below if you've ever been stung by a jellyfish. This was my first time. I actually captured the one that stung Josh. Alright, rock stars, be on the lookout. It's time. We're on the hunt for some jellies. Don't blink, you might miss them. Did you see him? Instant replay for those of you doing something else while you're watching my video. Oh, do you see that little booger? Oh, they're so painful. Can't believe they're so small. One of Josh's brothers felt like he wasn't going to be able to swim back to the boat fast enough. We started to panic just a little bit. This is my first time ever being stung by a jellyfish. As you can see, we made it back on the boat safe and sound. Just a few jellyfish whelps. Looking back on it, it's not a bad story for the adventure. But in the mix of it, it was terrible. We were violated by the jellies. Capri just had to leave her mark on us. The captain of our private boat had a cigar in one hand and a big smirk on his face. I think he was making fun of us for undergoing the trials of the jellyfish fields in the Green Grotto. He's probably thinking, man, these Americans are crazy. Us Italians would never swim there, but he suggested it anyways. I bet our captain went home to his family and joked about how we almost lost our lives in the jellyfish fields of the Green Grotto. Just kidding, it really wasn't that dramatic, but again, it's an experience I'll never forget, seriously. And I'm practically willing to put money down on the fact that our captain was making fun of us the whole time we were complaining about getting stung by jellyfish, but let me let that go. Anyways, this trip to Capri was like a dream, more beautiful than I could ever have expected. Sing it with me, rock stars. Capri, Italy is heaven on earth. I can't think of any other description beyond heaven on earth. So that's how we'll end this one. One more time for the people in the back row. Capri, Italy is heaven on earth. Italy is filled with beauty and breathtaking places. Like I mentioned earlier, I plan on making videos all about the places I've been to in Italy. Subscribe so you can catch the next Italian adventure. Hey, if you've been along for the last 8 videos, you may have noticed you get a personal outro for each video. So, like and subscribe to my channel for more of LA's adventures. Oh yeah, like and subscribe to my channel. Have you hit that like and sub button yet? Like and subscribe to my channel for more of LA's adventures. Oh yeah, like and subscribe to my channel.